Today, we're going to be going over 5 tips if you're interested in selling on Whatnot. If you've never heard of Whatnot, I will link 2 links down below. One will be for first-time signups. That'll give you $15 off of your first purchase. And the second link will be if you're interested in selling on Whatnot. Let's get into it. Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Joel, and I go by Pretty Good Resales here on YouTube as well as on TikTok, Instagram, and on Whatnot. I figured today we would go over 5 tips that I think might help you, that have helped me through my journey on Whatnot and still continue to help me to this day. Full discretion, I have only been selling on Whatnot for probably 5 months now, I believe. Today is January 18th. 2024. I started in August of 2023. I sell primarily men's and women's clothing, apparel, hats, shoes, things of that nature. Sometimes we might dabble in other things. Okay, tip number 1 I would say is buy cost. I think you definitely want to keep your buy cost where it makes sense for you. I see a lot of people trying to do dollar starts and they end up losing money because most people will swoop in, buy everything for $1 and then peace out, and you can really lose if you're not careful. I myself sell mainly used clothing at the moment, so my buy cost is extremely low. So I do dollar starts on my auctions. Typically I get anywhere from $10 to $20 on most of my items. So tip number 1 is keep your buy cost where it makes sense for you. Tip number 2 is definitely going to have to be make it your own. Something that someone told me before I'd even started Whatnot was you have to remember that it's a show. It's your show. So what is going to bring people back to your show? What familiar thing are you going to put in your show for people to recognize when they come back? Like for me personally, I have a live sign that I plug in every time right before my show. I use OBS, so I have a lot of cool, fun effects on my show. You just have to find that thing that makes your show yours. It could be anything, just like a catchphrase, or it could be a sign in the background, your background in general, certain colors, certain things that you sell. So find out what your thing is and make it your thing. Tip number 3 is definitely going to be make connections. If you're interested in selling on Whatnot, you for sure want to be, in my opinion, a buyer for a little while. You want to go into people's shows and make connections. You want to talk to people, introduce yourself, tell people you're thinking about doing a show. If you already have a show scheduled, maybe ask the seller if you could drop your show in there, get a few bookmarks, those types of things. And just overall, like I said, build connections with people on the platform. It is a community-based platform, so you definitely want to make as many friends as possible. Tip number 4 is going to be bring good items. Like I said, I sell primarily men's and women's clothing. If I was to ever stray away from that, I would make sure that what I'm bringing, what I'm selling, is of value to people. You definitely don't want to bring junk that's not selling on other platforms, or just stuff that you think, hey, I could make $1 from this instead of throwing it in the trash. If it's trash, throw it in the trash. You definitely want to make sure you are bringing good items. That one sort of speaks for itself. Tip number 5 is going to be reviews. I personally take a lot of pride in my reviews. I'd like for people to click on my name on my profile and see all of the nice things that people have to say about my shows, whether they had fun or fast shipping or my personality. So I definitely would say you want to keep in mind that plays a role, maybe not a major role, but you definitely want to keep in mind that that does play a role in people who are interested in buying your items. And a bonus tip for you, tip number 6, is just have fun. Ultimately, I mean, you don't want to do this solely for obviously it's great to make money, and obviously that's what everyone is trying to do on the platform. It is a selling platform after all. But you definitely want to have fun with your shows. You don't want to get on there very bland and hold up items in front of a camera and say, buy this. If you don't buy it, okay, bye. You want to have fun. You want to dance. You want to sing. Some sellers talk smack. Um, so you definitely just want to make sure that you're having fun with the overall experience. That way you don't burn out. And if you found this information at all valuable to you, I would greatly appreciate a subscribe, like, all the things, comments, anything I can do better. Would greatly appreciate it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.